Hello, hello, hello. Miss Daylight Clay here today. And how are you doing today? I hope everything is well with you. Everything is well with me. Thank you so much for asking. And today, what I'm doing, I'm in the kitchen and I'm about to make Sunday dinner. Okay, so I have a few things going on the stove right now, but I wanted to have you be a part of this, so I kind of stopped the process so we can get together and create or make a Sunday dinner. So I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your views. And please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit the like button. It's free. And let me know that you like the videos by hitting the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will be there. So, I am preparing a Sunday dinner and I'm hungry, haven't eaten anything all day, because I'm like, okay, what do I want? So I want some greens, I want some catfish, I want some sweet potatoes, I want a salad. I didn't want any cornbread. Cornbread would have been nice, but it wasn't in my repertoire. So I didn't make any cornbread. But I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what I'm working with. And child, my belly is like, what time are you going to eat? When are you going to eat? Alright, so however, thank you so much for all you have done for me and all the love that you have shared with me. And remember, you don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. You don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's free. Hit the like button, baby. It's free. It's free. So thank you so much for your comments, for your love, for your views. So, let me turn the camera down. I'm looking around because I got to put stuff on because I'm making Sunday dinner. But let me turn the camera down and show you what I'm working with. Okay? Okay, so let's do this. Who's hungry? Who's, my bad, y'all. Who's hungry? Okay. Let me put my apron on, y'all. It can get kind of messy. So, in this pot, I'm boiling some sweet potatoes. Ooh, child, we don't want to waste it. Okay, so, So, show you what I'm doing. Show you what I'm hungry for. Show you what I'm going to eat. So again, in this pot, and I don't want them to be kind of firm. But in this pot, I'm boiling sweet potatoes. And I need to pour the water off of these sweet potatoes because I don't want to be mashed, okay? I want them to be, you know, like sweet potatoes. So give me a second. I'm going to pour the water off these potatoes. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. I'm pouring the water off the sweet potatoes because I do not want them to be mushy. I do not want them to be sweet mashed potatoes. I want them to be sweet potatoes. So if you bear with me while I'm cooking Sunday dinner, I'll be right back at you, okay? So, and the reason why I poured the water off, let me get a towel. The reason why I poured the water off again, because steam cooks potatoes. Steam cooks them, so, you know, so I don't want them to, you know, see how they kind of get like mash. You know, you might, I don't like them mashed. I like them like this. This is how I like them, like that, yeah. So, okay. So those are the sweet potatoes, and they are ready because I cooked those ahead of time so that we didn't have to go through that. Okay, so now, with the sweet potatoes, I'm going to add some butter. Okay, so, and that's just some, you might not like butter, but to me, the butter just makes it a little bit more sweeter. It adds a little bit more texture to the potatoes. So this is how much I'm gonna have. So that's like 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna add that to my sweet potatoes. Okay, so the sweet potatoes are almost done. I mean, like, all they need is seasoning. And I have some cinnamon. I'm going to add some cinnamon. You know, about a tablespoon of cinnamon. And it's almost going to be like eating a sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be sweet. It's going to be delicious. You know, it's going to be good. And then I'm going to add some nutmeg, okay? So we're going to add some nutmeg to it. Okay, about 2 tablespoons of nutmeg. Okay? And then, of course, we're going to add some brown sugar, as if it's not sweet enough. But sweet potatoes are generally sweet within themselves, but we always like to add, some of us like to add more sweetness to it. So I'm going to add, and I would think that this is like 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to add the brown sugar there. Okay, so now I boiled the potatoes, and I didn't even add any salt to the potatoes. I boiled the potatoes, and then once they got boiled, I added the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I didn't add any salt because of, you know, it's all, with all the ingredients you add in it, there's always salt included. It's hard to have any food without salt, okay? Okay, so the sweet potatoes are done. They are done. So now, what I was considering, we can have the sweet potatoes like this. Let's mix them up, and see, this is what I was saying. Once you mix them up and you start fooling around with them and all that heat, they break apart. They break apart. Okay? So, but we still gonna eat them, and we're going to enjoy them the same. Yes, yes, yes. These are the sweet potatoes. I boiled them. I didn't add any salt to the water because of all the other ingredients that I was going to add. Okay? And so also what I have, and this is for me, and you might not like it, but I'm going to add and this is just for me. If you really want your sweet potatoes sweet, I'm going to add some. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to add some of this. And I'm going to put that in the pot. The pot is hot. The potatoes are hot. Ooh, get in there. We're going to put that in there. This is my Sunday dinner, y'all. Okay? So, the sweet potatoes But done. Get out of there. Go on in there. Don't be scared. You were invited. I can understand if you wasn't invited. But you were invited. So, it all depends on how you like your sweet potatoes. And I like my sweet potatoes sweet. And the more you toss them, the more they're going to break apart. But we got the, see what I mean? So, oh, that smells so good. So let's taste. Let's taste it. That's too much. We just want to taste. We just want to taste. Delicious. When I say delicious, that's what I mean. So we're going to put that top back on there. And I boiled the potatoes before I came on, right? Because I knew that it was going to take a little while longer to boil the potatoes. Okay, so now in this pot, I had some ham hocks, okay? So here are the ham hock bones. And I chopped the meat off the ham hock bones as much as I wanted. I chopped it off because I was hungry. I was ready to eat. So I kind of clipped the meat off. And I would keep these bones for, you know, the marrow with some beans or greens or whatever later on. But I chopped the ham hocks off. And I put the ham hocks and some bacon in here. And this is going to go with my greens. This is the seasonings for my greens. Because we all know ham hocks take a long time to cook. If you cut the meat off of it, it cuts down half of the time. So I'm going to put that back on the stove. And I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Because I want it to continue to cook. And I will use these bones for some beans or whatever I choose. But I didn't use the whole thing. I diced and sliced. Okay? So let's get to the greens. So I'm going to turn that on. Okay? And what I do is saute my greens. Saute, saute, saute. I mean, there's a time, you know, and I'm pretty sure with a lot of us, that we would get our greens and we would boil the skadoodles out of them, you know what I mean? We would just boil them, boil them, boil them, boil them, and boil them. And there's nothing wrong with that, if that's what you like. But I'm going to saute my greens. And I have collard greens. So I'm going to add, this is bacon grease. You see it's clean. This is bacon grease. I'm going to add some bacon grease to there. Okay, bacon grease. Let it get hot. Hot-cha-cha-cha. Okay. Let it get hot. We're doing the greens. And like I said again, I have collard greens. So I'm moving this stuff out the way that I'm not using. Okay. And here are my collard greens, washed, clean, ready to go. So I just got a little bit of oil, and that's a little bit too much. So let's pour some off. I'm just going to pour, because you know, they hold water. If I need more, it's always good. It's always good to add less. And if you need more, you can always add more, okay? And what I'm missing from these greens, I'm missing some turnips. I love turnips, but I'm utilizing what's in my kitchen, okay? Okay, so that's what I have in my kitchen. That's what I'm using, okay? So we're going to, let's see, let's drop like a green in there. Woo, yes. These are collards. Drop them in the hot skillet. Make sure we toss and turn. Oh, Miss Daylight say that pan gonna be big enough? Yeah, it's gonna be big enough. I hope it be big enough. So these are only fresh cut collards. They're fresh cut collards. I didn't add anything to it. The more you cook the greens, the slimmer they get, as you can see. You're going to add some more. Keep adding it. You keep adding your greens when you are sauteing the greens. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sauteing the greens. And the more I saute the greens, the more room I have for more greens. I know when I was growing up, collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens, they were cooked in a whole pot of stock, which was good. I have nothing against that. Now see, let's add the last collard green shell. You want to make sure that there's water in the bottom, because if there's no liquid in the bottom, they will burn. Even though they make their own liquid. So that's where this comes in at. So we're going to pour that in there. Now the fire is up high, and I wanted it initially to be high. So now, not a lot, and I don't really like a lot of salt, but we're going to add some garlic. Garlic is good, I guess, for whatever ails you. That's just me. Okay, we're going to add a little salt because salt enhances the flavor. And you see, I don't like a lot of salt. Salt gives you a lot of problems. So, I add a little salt. I keep stirring the greens, mixing it up well. And you see the shrinkage, right? So we just want to make sure that everything is mixed in well. And everybody knows I like onions. See, it don't take, like some people like, too, and I don't have any problem with that. There's a whole lot of ways you can cook greens, you know. So I have some onions. Can I get with you in a minute? Can I get with you in a minute with my onions? I have some onions. You're going to add the onions in there. If you like onions. So now it's getting dry. But by the time it's starting to get dry, the greens should be pretty much tender. When you dice them and slice them and not cook them like in a whole tub, but saute them, bring them back. Okay? So, let me clean it up a little bit. Okay, are you with me? Okay. So these are the collards. Okay, we're going to put them back on. We're cooking today, y'all. Sunday dinner. We're cooking today. And you see, it's like the greens are frying, but they're sauteing. So let me take a bite out of life. See what it tastes like. The flavor is really good. So now, this is our meat seasoning. We're going to pour the meat seasoning in there. Yes, yes, yes. That's the meat seasoning. Okay. If you don't like the meat, you don't have to add it. These are my sauteed collards. Show you what it's looking like. Okay? So we're going to add just a little bit of water because we're going to let it simmer. Okay? We're going to let it simmer just until the catfish get done. The pork is already pretty much cooked. If you want to add anything else to it, be delighted. Okay, so this is my sauteed collard greens. With pork. You can use beef, chicken, shellfish, fish, or whatever you like. You might not want anything, but this is what it's looking, this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to put it back on the stove over there. Okay. We're going to let it continue to cook. Okay. So, while I'm cleaning up my mess, I got to fry my catfish. And like I said, I would love to have had some cornbread, but enough is enough. You know what I mean? Enough is enough. Cleaning up, y'all. You don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. You don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's free. Hit the like button, baby. It's free. It's free. So, I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking and I can't wait to eat. I got sweet potatoes. I got sauteed collards. I got catfish and I got a salad. So, let's get back to it, okay? Okay. So now, let's get this catfish going. I got the cast iron skillet. Should have been getting hot, but it did not. So let's make sure that we're keeping it. Oh, that is boiling so good. Oh, that looks so good. Those collards. And oh, melt in my mouth. Sweet potatoes. Melt in my mouth. Okay, so let's get the fish going. Cause I'm doing it. I'm hungry. You know, and sometimes you just want something like, what can I say? A home cooked meal, old school meal, Sunday dinner. What should I call this? Help me out. What should I call it? What should I call it? I'll pour some oil in the skillet. Ooh, child, beautiful, delicious. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. And we're going to put the catfish back here just for now. We might have to switch it over. But right here, I have whole catfish out. I thought possibly I should cut it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to do the whole catfish. Not the whole, because it don't have the head. This is the catfish. Yes, yes, yes. And in here I have breadcrumbs, flour, cornmeal, and I also have the seasonings, okay? So, now, my greens, they like going over the top. So you always gotta watch your food, man. You always gotta watch it. Oh, yes, come on. You're doing really, really well. Yeah, you're doing really, really well. Everything is gonna be incorporated in the flavor. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit just so I can be in control. Who's in control? When you're cooking, you gotta know who's in control. I'm in control. So this is, like I say, the grease is not hot. Oh yeah. So, I don't want this to cook really fast, so that's good. That catfish in there. That catfish in there. Good shot. So now that the fish is the grease is hot, and I have it on the back burner, I'm going to take it to the front because I want it to slow cook. If I put it back there, it's going to fast cook. I want to slow cook where the meat falls off the bones because this fish has a line of bones, okay? You follow me? So let's take this skillet. Let's move it there. Looks delicious. Let's turn that fire off. And I'm going to cover it. Yes, yes, yes. So all the steam cooks it. Everything is delicious. So we got the collard greens. Ooh, let me put that in. That's pretty hot. We got the collard greens. We got the sweet potato. We got the sweet potato. Look at that marshmallow cream. We got the sweet potatoes. And we got the catfish. So, thank you for joining me in my kitchen. As soon as this food is ready, I will be back and we will sit down and see what it tastes like. See you in a minute.